to RED. It's Michelle Barone, your host, and I'm here with Ashleigh McPherson, your co-host.
Hey.
Today we're cozying up, right?
Oh, we're getting real cozy. We're getting in the winter vibe.
Yeah, we got winter vibes going on. We're here with a good friend, Jason Cameron from Winter House. What's up, Jason?
Well, here we are. It's good to be here. And, staying active just on the back of this Vegas trip. So, BravoCon 2023 is over and done, but we're still rolling and rocking.
Absolutely. So I want to hear all about Winter House Season 3. Tell me, most iconic moments of the season.
Most iconic moments, I think one is just being in a new place.
Yeah.
The past 2 years we're in Stowe, Vermont, so this year we're in Colorado.
Yes.
Doing things a little bigger,
Love
a little
it.
More fashionable for sure.
Yeah.
And let's see some other highlights. I mean, you're gonna have to find out. We're almost in the middle of the season, so there's a lot to come.
Absolutely.
But I mean, it's starting to get juicy. A lot of rejections, a lot of possible connections.
Yeah.
You really never know what's gonna happen in the Winter House.
You know what? I want to know what's been your favorite connection
My favorite connection.
so far that we know about.
Wow. Personal connection, I think. I'm with one of the guys, Andrea. I miss him. He was like first season. Him and I just connected and have been in touch since.
That's so awesome.
That's beautiful. And then other hookups,
Oh, come on. You got to give us something here.
Nothing I can really comment on.
I know. Nothing you can comment on. I get that. So you went to BravoCon.
Yes.
How was it?
There 12 hours ago. It was absolutely unbelievable. The energy from the fans and the production that Bravo put on, from just the installing the bazaars and the sequences of panels. We were really just set up for success, and we had such a good time. Maybe too much fun. I don't know.
That's
I'm
amazing.
sure the stories will be coming out soon enough.
Absolutely. What was your favorite moment of the weekend?
I mean, I keep saying like 12 hours ago, I was literally in the casino playing my last hands of blackjack before I jumped on the plane, and I won. So eating the house is a pretty good highlight.
Lucky.
That's right. I found myself on the table with another cast member from Southern Charm. I'm very unlikely, Shep, just playing blackjack. We just hit the table together and spread the cards. Yeah, and
that's awesome.
It was wild.
That's amazing. So how many BravoCons have you attended?
So I think there's only been 3.
Right.
This is my second.
Okay, your second.
My second.
So how did last year compare to this year?
Last year was New York City. This was Vegas. I mean, they always say bigger and better in Vegas.
Yeah.
But New York City energy is very particular in itself.
Yes.
So, we have a vibe. We have a feng shui, if you will.
Absolutely.
And as much as I will say Vegas was such a good time because it's a venue space. It's meant for that kind of crowd. So, it had both of has its ups and downs in a sense, or, better qualities.
Yes, absolutely. Bigger, better.
Yeah.
It's lucky, right?
Yeah.
Always lucky in Vegas.
Definitely.
I mean, not just the money.
That's right. Craziest fan experience. I mean, I know that's been happening a lot lately. Building popularity, getting out there. Tell us, have you had any crazy fans?
I haven't had any crazy fans.
Okay.
I feel like more involved fans that want to know more what's going on in my life, or how to do something that maybe I've done on the show, or some sort of cooking technique, or something that I would stick to. So it's more like good involvement, nothing too crazy.
That's awesome.
That's definitely better. I think we'd all prefer that.
For now.
Crazy fan, yeah.
For
Unless you need a little something for the plot. Then...
I mean, just to spice up life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So talk to me about what led you to join Winter House and get on the show. Like, kind of give me your backstory.
Yeah, Winter House was derived or developed by like Kyle Cook and his idea of wanting to get to, a vacation because they were doing Summer House.
Right.
And I think they were on their 4th season of Summer House, and this kind of idea popped up, and the producers they were just like, oh, well, let's see if we can make this happen. We'll bring some people from. It was the first crossover show they did. Some people from Summer House, some people from Southern Charm, and a few new faces.
Yeah.
Jason Cameron enters the house. And so, it was an interesting concept to have a crossover, and then another one to have in a winter landscape that was just, you never knew what was going to happen in this house. So I was brought in by a friend of Paige, who was on Summer House. And Paige and Jules were best friends growing up, or very close friends growing up. and Jules and I modeled together.
Oh,
So it's like the whole New York City. You never know who you know and what you
Yeah.
know, but that's how we know that
That's
we were
so
about to
cool.
Everyone's connected.
get somewhere and have a great time together because you're with your peers or your friends and the people that you've been partying with since day one in the city. So it was,
That's really special and
Yeah.
cool, and it's nice to have someone like help you out.
Yeah,
You know, because a lot of
yeah.
times in this industry, it's hard.
well, it also came out, 2021. So I mean, this was right off the back of the pandemic, and people
Yep.
were like all cooped up and like, "You want to get out of your house and go party with 13 people?" I'm like,
Absolutely.
"Do I not want to?"
Yeah.
Like,
I'll go to any house.
Yeah.
I don't care what it's
Yeah.
called.
I'm like, "Is it up the street, 20 blocks?"
I'll do
Uh,
it.
That's too funny. I want to know, like, what's a typical day like on camera and off camera?
So
Do you see different personalities on and off?
it's funny you say that because you're never not on camera.
See?
Like, we are filming 24/7.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you're gonna get a different personality or a different person because we are who we are as we are,
Yeah.
and you're getting the real deal in real time. So I think during filming process, and every show films differently, but we'll get a break,
Yep.
and they'll tell us things are down, but like you have to be mindful that at spending that much time with people in a house after a week and a half, 2 weeks, like you just go off to your room and you find some solitude.
Exactly. You're like,
Yeah.
leave me alone. I'm good. You know,
Yeah.
this is fun, but
Yeah.
I need something else.
And then space, you're just pouring your own glass of wine next to your own fire. You're just like, oh, just cozying up next
Yeah.
to your own blankets.
Yes, I know. And I have to tell you, I feel kind of cozy
I
on
know, I
this.
wish I had a blanket, but
Me
it's
too.
all right.
Next time we're bringing a blanket. We'll get a winter house blanket and we'll just spread it,
Yeah.
right? I think
Yeah,
that
but
sounds
you know,
great.
you're never not on.
That's right. Always on.
Stay ready.
Oh, how do you
Have to
do
get
that
ready.
though, day and night? You're awake, you're on. How do you live like that?
That's a great question. It's some people just aren't built for it.
Yeah.
Other people are. And maybe you can teach yourself a few tricks of the trade, but this is something I'm familiar with.
Yep. When you go home and you're done filming, are you like, thank God, I just need a break?
Unplug, you're like, take my phone
Because
away.
I would be like, oh my God, thank you, Jesus.
I-
Just
I-
taking the makeup off.
I pamper myself.
Good.
Yeah, no, I get my spa treatments. I, get my massages,
Yep.
and I try and detox for at least, a week or two.
Yep.
Try and replenish my body with the good stuff.
Absolutely.
Fluids.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
One street of just drinking, partying,
Back to back to back to
fighting,
back to back
to Yeah, back. Really.
Rally.
And do they take your technology away?
I mean, not necessarily. No.
No?
No,
So
I
you
think
still-
there's no time really to be.
On.
Yeah, like when are you gonna find the time?
So
But
do you miss your people? Like you're distant from them, right? Since you're on the show.
Well, the people I need to reach out to or touch
Right.
base with, you're going to touch base
Right.
with them.
Yeah.
But on the day to day, some conversations could be left for after work.
Right.
It's like, nah, I'm not picking up my phone. We're chatting.
Exactly.
Right.
We've talked about a lot of great things about the show. What are some not so great things, some challenging things, or some things that have made you think, wow, I didn't realize I'd have this experience here?
Yeah, I mean, you really understand the scope of being on a national television show when certain topics are brought up
Yep.
or certain parts of your life are put out there, and the impact of that can sometimes be magnifying, like
Yep.
in your life or things you may not have expected, but you have to have thick skin in this, and I
Yep.
knew that going in, and you
Yep.
know what you signed up for in a sense, but understanding the game and of media
Yeah.
and understanding how you are perceived and what you perceive yourself as, you have to find that fine line of how you operate, and it can be difficult for a lot of people, but I don't look at it like that too often at all.
Yeah, and you
I'm
seem like
here to
you're
have a
easy.
fun time. I've
Yeah.
always had a good time with it. It's nothing that I
Not serious.
would, nothing too serious at all.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
Yeah.
When you sign up for reality TV, like you said, you know what you're signing up for.
To a degree, yeah.
To a degree.
Yeah, and some people aren't built for that, and sometimes they get people there that seem like, deer in the headlights.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
like, oh my God, just get me out of here.
Is
Yeah.
there anyone on your season? Does anyone like that? Or you think everyone was made?
You know,
for
I
it?
think there's been a part in every season where there's been someone that's been like, all right, that's enough.
Yeah.
And even me,
Yeah.
at certain points, I'm like, you know what, I think that's it. Like, I don't know
Like-
if I have enough in me.
Yeah, I'm
But
done.
then, it's the energy of all your castmates, and you guys are here to have a good time, and we finish strong always.
Yep.
So you got to go through the ups and downs to really live the experience.
No, absolutely, absolutely. What are some of the times on Winter House that you said to yourself, I'm so glad I did this. This is it for me. Like, wow, I did it.
Meeting the people in the communities that we're working within, because it's a feat for them to take us on with our productions, our staff.
Yep.
Our personalities.
Yeah.
At times, at these bars, we really are, at the whim of our community, and to see how they are embracing us is
Yeah.
actually been the sweetest thing that I've really realized. And the instructors that we met from all the slopes, and the people that really put on the restaurants, the
Yeah.
food, the full experience of the towns that we're in. That's the special.
And Colorado's been better? Has it been incredible?
We're definitely turning up a little more, and maybe cooking a little better when I'm there.
Yes, of course.
But yeah, it's more of a grandeur stage, if you will.
Absolutely. What's been your favorite dish? And what have your housemates liked?
God, I mean, every year the cutlets are made. You
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
have some chicken parm. You got to get the cutlet made.
Yeah.
That's been necessary. And if I get a soup or two in, keep everyone
Yeah, you
warm.
need
and,
soup in the winter.
You need the soups.
It's
Absolutely.
like the best. I
Soup
mean,
is
I
my-
gotta try something
Soup is my
now.
love language. Let's be real.
Really?
I could eat soup every day of my life.
Me too.
There's so many different kinds.
I
you
love
can have a different
soup.
one for every day of the week.
Listen, you and I can talk soup. all day.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. After this, we'll talk
Yes.
soup.
Oh,
Winning.
should just call it the soup. That's it. Looking back at your latest season, I know we've talked about some of your favorite moments, but what's something you're going to keep special to your heart
From
this past season?
this past season, oh man,
And I know the kitchen is your second home, really.
Mm-hmm.
So,
this is a great question. My most fond moment of this past season, I would definitely be getting my cowboy hat fitted in the store.
really?
Oh, that fit so well. Pardon my French, but yeah, I was looking at myself in the hotel room in the mirror. I'm like, in the house, I'm like, damn, I never wore a cowboy hat like this before. Like, I could
knew
get used to
sooner.
this. Yeah, no, exactly. Should have done this much sooner.
Oh my God, you never knew. How do they fit a cowboy hat? I mean, we're New Yorkers. I don't know.
I don't know. I wear my cowgirl boots to go to a country concert. That's about all I know.
You know what? Just getting in the,
How do
the
they
spirit.
fit it? Is it ready, or they actually fit
Well,
it?
like some
like
of
shape
the stores you go in, they'll shape it for you.
Really?
Make sure it's right. There's like a whole counter and a whole experience that goes along with getting your cowboy hat fitted.
Really?
It's intense.
What kind
Way
of
to go.
head shape did you have?
The nicest one. The most regular shaped one.
Well, I mean, do they have one?
What are you trying to say?
one-
I'm a little self-confident now. I'm like, I don't know what kind of hat I am.
It's like,
I
I have to
can't tell
resize
with your
it.
hat on. I can't tell. Yeah, see, he's got it. All right.
Talk about my head like that.
No, it's good. Listen,
My mama said that in his head. She never said bad enough bad thing about my
you
head.
gotta send me the picture with the cowboy hat because we have to show
Oh,
it.
pictures will be coming soon.
We have to
Okay,
show.
All right.
All right.
Yes.
So, what color did you go with?
It was like a dark green.
All right.
All right.
Yeah,
I
like a
can see
100
that.
green.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
We should get red ones.
Yes. We got to get red cowboy
Put it
hats.
on the list.
That's it.
Then we'll hit the country concert all together.
Yes,
Deal.
perfect.
Circle it
Green
back.
and red go together. We got to go with Christmas. A Christmas country concert.
Bring them.
Let's go.
Let's go. Circle it back. We're running back for sure.
It's too funny. What's one of the most funny moments you've had?
I think some of the videos that we'll take throughout casting, I think are the special gems.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you'll wake up in the morning and be like, I did not know that happened. Or like,
That's the worst.
that went on a little too long. Maybe we shouldn't have got that in there. Then you just play with like what you cut.
Yeah.
Because you can't put everything out there.
Do you get pissed at yourself the next day when you're like, why did I say that when I was drunk? Like,
I mean,
why?
You could get mad at yourself, but I think it's easier to laugh at yourself.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially after 24 hours on camera for a whole month, I feel like at that point you just gotta be like, whatever, I said what I said.
Exactly.
You gotta let go, let God.
Yeah, really.
What's the worst thing you said on camera that you regret?
I don't remember.
You can say it again.
No, like literally probably blacked out,
Yeah.
and I just don't remember. Browned out, but
Oh, that's funny.
there were a few times I think in the first season where I was just kind of compelled to be in my own head of being overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Towards the end, I just was going through a lot of it. Like, how much more can I handle?
Yeah.
How do you deal with that, like being on the show and like knowing like you're still in it? Like, how do you deal with that, like the mental health
Pressure.
aspect?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, a lot of people are built for this. Some people may not be. I think going into it, you know where you have to be mentally, and just listen. People have to pace their own selves.
Right.
People have to understand their own boundaries, and I am very one that has been a parent of those for a long time in my life. I'm not a spring chicken anymore.
Oh, come on.
Thank you.
You
Wait, I
got
am?
this. Come
Oh,
on
God,
now.
stop. No, okay, keep going. But yeah, as far as the mental health concern, I mean, you should be concerned with your intake. What you're doing every day, and
Yep.
keep staying hydrated, and making sure you're being your best to yourself.
Yep.
And in this experience, you give too much, you might, not like the outcome.
That's
And people
true.
have been dehydrated. People have like really fallen out and been sick. Like these things
Yeah.
happen. So.
Yeah.
Absolutely, because you're just not thinking about it. You're thinking about the moment, the cameras, the this, the that.
Yeah, you think about having a good time.
Exactly.
You know.
Hanging
Let's
out.
drink water in there.
Doesn't want to have a good time.
Yeah, entertaining. Let's drink vodka, screw water.
I mean,
Yeah,
fish is
tequila.
Fish is piss and water. I was told.
That's right. Ashleigh, tequila? That's your
Tequila.
preference? All right,
That's
what's
your-
your...
my favorite.
All right.
Reposado.
All right.
Let's get a little classy. I mean,
All right, so we're going
Asian.
to...
Tequila and soup.
And the Christmas country
And the
concert.
Christmas country
yes,
concert.
that's what we're doing.
We got to plan
this is a
now.
party.
Yes.
Yeah.
Happy holidays.
Sounds
You
It's a good
brought it.
recipe.
You brought it. That's what you do at Winter House, right? Oh, my
Mistletoes, it's a party.
Exactly. Absolutely. Absolutely. What's one thing you would tell people about reality TV if you could tell them anything at all?
The words in there, real and TV. Don't forget, like, this is your life. It is going to be out there.
Yeah.
It's it's kind of interesting to see one on the international stage. People from all over the world are going to see this,
Yeah.
and how you portray or portrayed. You never know what's going to be aired, like, because you're not producing this or cutting this.
Or
so
how it's going to be perceived once it's aired, right?
you never know. You're taking a gamble on a lot of things. It's not like a set. There's no script in this,
Right.
So just being self-aware,
Yeah.
I think, is the biggest thing to take out of this. And if not, like, do something else.
Absolutely. Don't be afraid to take the leap out.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, when you go home and you're done with filming and you're done with all of it, and you've had your crazy shit happen on the show, what do you think? Like, what do you do when you're sitting by yourself and you're like, all right, are you like, man, I did it, I'm happy? Or here's what's next? Like, what's your thought process?
I always reflect and be like, what an amazing experience to have this opportunity. Like,
Yes.
how lucky am I?
Yeah.
Like, what have I done right in my past life to get something this right?
Yeah.
Because I do enjoy it that much.
Yeah.
But there is always the next step. You have to be planning ahead, and you never know when your last day in this industry is.
That's right.
That's real too.
True.
Yeah.
That is really real. And to not be thinking ahead would be, destructive to your own personal
Of
growth.
course, of course.
Yeah.
So what's the future of Jason Cameron?
Well, there's going to be some more TV stuff involved, maybe some more producing stuff. But
Ooh, I like producing.
I never stopped modeling. I'll never stop working with my nonprofits. I'll never stop cooking in the kitchen.
I love
So,
it.
I keep it wholesome enough, but I do have fun.
I love it.
Do both.
Yeah,
You
you
do
can
both.
always do
Balance, baby.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
right. So tell me a little bit about your nonprofits. I know you're passionate about them. Talk to me.
Yeah, no, I mean, I have been with Glam for Good as an impact director now, but I've been associated for the past 6, 7, 8 almost years.
Wow.
And we address, low-income communities that are facing clothing or self-care challenges. So, whether it's a natural disaster or child services or whatever it may be the situation, we like to be there firsthand and give an experience.
Oh,
Where these kids can come into this, gym or this open room and shop on these racks and get what they need for their family or for themselves, and not feel like they aren't welcome or not feel like they can't have these things, because we're here to empower our communities.
oh my God, I
And-
love that.
Yeah, this time of the year, do a little extra.
Yeah.
We all can.
Absolutely, absolutely. Where can people find out more about it?
At glamforgood.com.
All right, check it out.
Follow our journey.
Yep.
Follow me. There you go.
Absolutely. And where can people find you online?
I'm at Jason Cameron 13.
All right, so make sure you check out Jason Cameron, Winter House. We're in the middle of the season right now, and really excited to have him here. So many fun stories and so much fun going on. He never skips the fun, that's for sure.
No, absolutely
but he's a
not.
good guy. He does a lot for the community, and that means so much. So thank you for all you're doing, Jason. And you can find me at Michelle Barone online, and you can find Ashleigh at Ash McPherson, 2 H's. See you soon.